Sean Langman, I think the last time we spoke to you was in Cherbourg at the end of the Fastnet race, and here you are 6 months or so later, and you're in Hobart with the same boat. That must be full circle.
Well, it seems to be a theme that we seem to be finishing boat races at night time and tying up late. But yeah, it's pleased we brought the boat back from the UK, and she's performed really well in Australian waters. And I suppose what shows the boat's a good boat, just that we didn't know where we were going over there, and we seem to be sorting things out pretty well here. So happy to sail with a bunch of mates and my partner, and yeah, we had a great time.
Good. And tell us a bit about the race. It was some tricky, it must have been wet and pretty bumpy for a while there.
Yeah, the race itself, it was dominated by a high pressure system, and we probably missed some opportunity by not closing the Tassie coast as early as others, which we left ourselves hung out to dry a bit. But yeah, the change was pretty fresh and fairly testing, and we got to give a proper storm jib a go and a couple of reefs, and boat went through it really well. I was surprised how well it went.
That's good. So I seem to remember that Gordon and his son were busily putting Sikaflex all over everything before the Fastnet race, and these are wet boats anyway. How did you fare? Did it sort of...
Yeah, we were fortunate in the UK that we tested it quite a bit as far as just even race around the Solent, how much water comes in. Then we did the Cabbage Tree race and did a hard run back from Cabbage Tree and fairly half sunk the boat. So we put the boat straight in the shed actually at Noakes, and put a proper cabin cuddy over the top of it, sliding hatch over it, and took all the day racing control lines out of the boat and put them on deck.
Right.
So it's got really basic old-fashioned traveller system, canoes at the mast. Nothing leads through the boat like it used to. And just sealed a lot of holes, miles and miles and miles of sticky back as well, So a lot better. But still far from perfect. They're still very wet boats.
And so how did it perform generally? You got a bit of a chance in Admiral's Cup and Fastnet, but how do you feel about this race?
Yeah, look, it was a good mix of conditions. We came home reasonably well, parked up a little bit at the end. I always believed this boat was the best potential I ever had of winning the race, the type of boat. And she's come through okay, where we go next is the big question, I think.
Absolutely. And you shared that with two people doing their 25th, I think, is that right? Tommy Braidwood and Jeff as well? They both 25ers?
No, they've actually done theirs. They actually did theirs last time, so everyone's just catching up on numbers. They said they'd take another medal. Jeff Beaushop did his 25th on Moneypenny, the last time we raced on her, and Tommy Braidwood did it on Whisper. But they said they're happy to take another medal. So we're sort of comparing notes, how many, and I think this is my 35th from what we've worked out. But who's counting?
Fantastic. Well, thanks so much. We'll let you get on with clearing up, I can imagine,
you.
and we'll catch up with you later.
All right, good to see you.
Thanks very much. Cheers.